back to my channel. My name is Healing Honey. If it's your first time here, welcome. So I want to share with you guys how to fall in love without having sex. Guys, this is so important because our hormones, is that what they're called? Our adrenaline can be pumping. That physical attraction is so powerful between men and women. And a lot of times we can jump the gun. A lot of times we could be in a rush, rushing move into sex too fast without really knowing who this other person is, without knowing them deeper to know, like, is this really the person for us? Do we really love them? Is it really love? Or is it something else happening? Is it just physical attraction? Is it just sparks, just chemistry? Are they really good for my mental health? Is this a healthy relationship, a healthy connection? Or are we drawn to each other for other reasons? And so it's super important to just be open about these things. And if you feel like you can't be patient in the relationship, that's like a huge red flag. Ask yourself why. And if you fear like losing them, then do you really want to be with someone who is in a rush to have sex with you? And if you don't have sex with them, they don't want to stick around? We don't want to be coming from like a needy place, a desperate place, or an insecure place. Instead, we want to love ourselves and learn how to fall in love with someone else without sex. Or even if you've already been together in an intimate way like that, still building on the relationship, because relationships take work and we're creating it like every single day. Okay, so how to fall in love without having sex, the first thing that you can do is build on the mental connection with this person. So you want to know what they're all about in their mind. Like, what are they drawn to? What do they like besides you? Like, what are they into? How are they? So you're going to learn this by spending time with them and not rushing, just seeing how they interact. And a lot of times people show you their best self in the beginning, but you want to learn about all of them. So we're all layered as human beings, right? And so get past the ego and move into the heart and see who they are. We all have strengths and vulnerabilities. There's a lot of aspects to us. What makes us laugh, what makes us cry, you know, what we want to do, our dreams, and just how we are, our demeanor, our energy, and how healthy they are. It's all starting in the mind. And so how to fall in love without sex is get to know this individuals on a mental level and connect with them on a mental level. So can you have a deep conversation? What are they about? I promise you, this is a step I skipped in the past when I was like way younger, in my early 20s. I would just be going off the physical looks. And that's why I tell you guys, like, if you're really wanting to be in love or in a healthy relationship, looks matter a little bit, but they don't really matter that much, because can you have a conversation with them? What are they all about? Are they intelligent? Are they interesting to you on a mental level? Because this is how you're going to really know who they are and see if they're your cup of tea. Like, do they excite you? Do they intrigue you? Are you stimulated mentally, not just physically, right? So when you spend time with someone, you get to know them and see what they're all about. You can decide what your heart is saying. That's the inside world, right? So like, if you're just going off of how they physically look, then you're not in love. Like, you don't even know what's going on up here, right? So you want to love all of them. How to fall in love without having sex, create a mental connection. In my own life, we have to be interested in the same things and wanting to learn about the same things. Do you gravitate towards the same things? Things like that. Okay, how to fall in love without having sex, create an emotional connection, an emotional bond. And this is really how women fall in love anyways, fellas. Like, we fall in love in the heart first and in our mind first, and then we want to move closer to you physically when she's in a healthy space. And so to truly fall in love, you create an emotional connection. In a way, that's what love is this deep emotional bond to each other. So learning about each other on the inside and being there for each other, knowing how they react to certain things, like, that is real love. When you can see what triggers are in one another and learning how to not press on those buttons or be there, move through those things with them, by their side, or else sometimes give them space when you need to, but sticking around so that you create trust. An emotional connection is how you really fall in love besides the sex. Sex to me is that fun part, is like the icing on the cake, but the cake is the actual true connection, friendship, bond, relationship that you have with each other. The sex is like the fun part afterward, like after the true bond is built. And this is how I view relationships now. And this is how you fall in love without having sex. And so, can you be your true self with them? Can you show them the raw you, or do you feel you have to hide? Do you feel you have to be something else? Because if you're your real self, they won't like you. Well, with an emotional connection, they can see all the aspects of you, and being able to really be there for somebody, love somebody fully with their clothes on. If it's just sex, then for sure it's not love. How to fall in love without having sex. Spend time with this person and go out and do things that are not sex. Like, do you want to? Do they want to? And do you have fun doing it? Basically, are you as attracted to this person when you guys are not doing that act? Do you know, like, can you go out there and have fun together? Go on an adventure together, or just simply spend time together? Laid up together watching the game, you know, soft touches, because physical touch is part of a relationship for sure, but there's so many other ways to connect and to feel close to your partner that are not sex. Spending time with each other, quality time is a love language, and doing simple things together, because to really fall in love and to be in love means that you're choosing this other person to do life with. And so you're going to be spending a great deal of time with them. Do you enjoy that time? And do you want to? Like, is there a true attraction there? Or is it just physical? So the only way to know this is if you don't have sex and you're just around them as, in a way, a friend, a best friend, to see how deep that connection really goes. And the beautiful part is, the longer you do this, like the longer you guys connect without having sex, you're giving yourself a chance to really fall in love. And love is like so deep rooted. It's rooted so deep, so that no matter what comes to sway that tree, storm comes, rainstorm, desert storm, monsoon, whatever, like, it's okay. Even if the tree falls down, a new one will grow. So, because it's rooted so deep. This is how you fall in love without sex, is like spend so much time with them and without doing those things. And it's fun to flirt. It's fun to have a bit of tension, because when you're physically attracted to your partner and you're on the verge of falling in love, or you're in love, you're gonna still feel that sexual energy towards them, but you're creating like some yearning, like you're creating that desire. It's growing, and that anticipation. And so you can play with each other, tease each other, kiss each other, poke each other. That's why little kids who like each other, they poke each other. They're like messing with each other, because that's part of like how women and men interact. Like, so don't just jump right into the sack. Do they call it that? Don't just like, I know like it could be tempting, but you want to make sure that you're truly in love before you go there. Because ladies, once you go there, like, you start feeling all these types of ways. That's why a lot of men, like, maybe that are not in a healthy space, they want to rush you to do it, because they know that it's gonna get into your mind and heart, and then you're gonna be feeling all these ways for this man. But do you even know him? Does he even know you? Does he even want to? Do you even want to? And then you might, and let's say you start having sex a lot, and then now you're like, oh, I'm in love. Are you in love? Like, do you know his middle name? Do you know where he grew up? Do you know his mama? Do you know his friends? Do you know his state of mind? Is he talking to other women? Like, is he gonna be safe with your heart? Like, if you just jump into having sex, you might confuse it for love, but it's not real love. How to fall in love without having sex, you guys. Emotional intimacy. So building trust with this other person. And life can get hard and difficult, so this takes time. And that's why real love, patience, it's the opposite of the world, right? So the world wants you to rush, but real love is patient. The world is going to tell you to be in your ego and do revenge and get back and hurt each other. But real love is kind, and it doesn't keep record of wrongs. It's not in the ego, it's in the heart space. So you're expanding and you're truly there for that person. Real love is selfless. And so how to fall in love without having sex, spend time with this person, work on building the trust. And it could take some time because you have to tear down the walls that you might have around your heart. This other person has to tear down the walls they might have in their heart, and you're like healing together. A real love is a healing love. So you're gradually coming closer together, and then you're securing that place by pouring into each other, being there for each other, being patient with each other, kind and loving, being a friend, being a support system to each other. And after you do this day by day by day, okay, now the trust is growing. You're leaning on each other, counting on each other, building the friendship. So how to fall in love without having sex, spend time, open up to them, communicate. Intimacy is not just physical touch, it's emotional closeness. And a lot of us don't even know how to do this because we're living in a chaotic world. So a lot of our parents were away from us, working out in the matrix, torn away from their kids, or in jail, or they're here, there, everywhere, instead of in the home together as a unit, showing us what a healthy relationship is. A lot of people didn't have that. And there's a lot of generational trauma. So if you want to fall in love without having sex, then work on the relationship by building emotional intimacy. And it takes work. Like, you have to allow yourself to. And it can feel weird. You guys, for me, I notice with my daughter, I have a very close relationship with my daughter. And it looks very different than how I grew up, because I've done a lot of healing on myself. So now I've allowed myself to get close to her. But even with all the healing that I've done, when she physically wants to get close to me, I naturally pull away a little bit. And it's an instinctive behavior of like how I grew up, not knowing how to emotionally connect, fearing that from past things of like, maybe you felt rejected as a kid. Like, you wanted to get close to your parents, but they didn't have time for you, or they didn't want to emotionally connect, like emotionally unavailable. You know, you heard those terms from therapy or whatever, and a lot of them are true. For me, I take more of an easy approach on this channel and just sharing what I've learned in my own journey. And so how to fall in love without having sex is like easing into the relationship, but allowing yourselves to come closer together. And that's how you're going to build the trust. You're going to build a deep bond, a bridge. And so that each person feels safe and stable. But at first it's wobbly. Well, at first you're over here. And then you're like, should we get closer? I don't know. Okay, we're getting closer. Broke the trust. Oh, over here. You know, well, we're back here, coming together. Now you're in harmony, baby. And now it's wobbly. I don't know. I'm going to fall off the bridge, and then boom. Right? So this is how you fall in love, because there's this feeling when you have certainty and stability, when this person, this other soul, has proved to you that they deserve a place in your heart. Now you feel safe to love them, and you feel passionate towards them, like you're loving them with all of you, because there's such a deep bond, because you've built the trust, you've built the stability, the connection's real, it's deep rooted, you've connected in the mental space, in the heart space. All of these things matter just as much as the physical, okay? But a lot of us are just doing the physical, and then we're in a big old mess. This is how to fall in love without having sex. The last way that I want to share with you how to fall in love without having sex. Allow yourself to get close to them physically without the act of sex. And this is going to help you to fall in love. It's all these sweet, tender moments that lead up to sex. Sex is the grand slam. Sex is the finale. You know, you can't do anything further than that. I mean, spiritually, you can. You can move into like tantra and things like that where you don't. Anyways, check out those things. Or maybe you already know about them, but instead of going all the way, how to fall in love without having sex is to do physical acts together, get close to each other, intimacy, physical intimacy without sex. And this builds the connection, and it builds the intimacy. It builds that bond and the closeness, because I noticed on my own healing journey that sometimes getting very close to somebody emotionally, but even physically, was out of the picture, but sex was in the picture. Like, that's crazy to me. And I think a lot of people are operating this way when they're not aware, self-aware. And so hold hands. Like, go back to the basics. Like, hold hands. This is how you're gonna fall in love. Like, these things matter. Kiss them. Lay your head on their shoulder. Trust them. Speak to them. Like, communicate with them. Be open with them. With your heart, because how they're handling you without sex, how they handle you outside of the bedroom, like, this matters first. And this is how we show ourselves love and protection and care. A condom is not protection. Like, a condom is stopping life from forming. The real protection is how you take care of yourself out of the bedroom and how you connect with each other in healthy ways first, so that when you're in the bedroom, you don't need that, because you're trusting the divine, you're trusting one another. True communication, deep connection, and intimacy. This is how you really fall in love. Okay, so drop me your comments down below. I'd love to know your thoughts on today's video. I'm sending you so much love and healing and power on your journey. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in my next video.